have this for breakfast every morning. Like, this is what I do for a living. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Syl Preciado, Sylvia, and my husband and myself have 4 companies together. We've invested in real estate, done a lot of things over the years, and sometimes I sit back and I'm like, shit, Jared has my baby. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, where does time go? Like, it's so scary and crazy and insane all at the same time. And you don't really realize how fast time goes until you have kids. Like, I see my little Cali Cal. She is so big. Like, she's 2 and sassy and crazy. Hi, Cali Cal. Where's my little baby? Where's Mama? Hi, mi amorcino. She's so cute, oh my gosh. But anyway, so 5 businesses. I started off as a realtor. I've been actively doing real estate for, I want to say, almost a year now again. Before, I would just kind of hand off the transactions, forget about them, and do my thing. Obviously, the market's a lot different now. So the more revenue, you need revenue in a business. That's why we're in business, to make money. So if you need real estate, you need a loan, send me a DM, whatever you guys need, we're here for you. But I started off as a realtor, and Albert was a lender. And then we started the mortgage guys, then Ambiance. We have Conquer Escrow now. So if you're a realtor, you don't want to join one of my companies, you can send me escrows. Where's Michelle? The best escrow officer ever. She also has ownership. When you own businesses, you need to find people that care as much as you. And then you treat those people so good that they can leave you, but they're not going to leave. Because it's called golden handcuffs. It's like you treat them so good that they can go somewhere else, but they're not going to go somewhere else because you give them everything that they need. And then like her, she manages everything over there. We don't have to really worry at all. She does work. Of course you're not. You're going where I go, that's all. So 7 days a week she works. How do you find people like that? And this brings me to my next thing. It's like building a business, it's all the same principles. Business is business, regardless of what you do. So when you find a problem to solve, the reason we're the best escrow company is because she works 7 days a week. After COVID, every escrow company, they don't even pick up after 5. You get docs at 6, you're screwed. We prep docs at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whenever. Because one thing that most people don't realize, time is of the essence. Like, so many of you are waiting for, I don't know what the fuck. Like, go out and make it happen. Things don't happen on their own. And I always like to say, urgency, speed, efficiency. If you have those 3 things and you're a good person and you love what you do, you're always going to do good in life. But most of us, we settle. We're like, whatever, it's supposed to be. No. It's supposed to be whatever the hell you want it to be. Doesn't have to be right or wrong. You don't ask permission. You live your life for you, for your kids, for your husband, for whomever is important to you. Not all of us have kids. Not all of us are in relationships. But wherever you are and whatever you do, be the best at it. Like, I get so sad sometimes, when I see people, they just give up. Why? Like I say, we might have another life. We don't know. But you have this life right now, currently.
You only live once. No. That's right.
They say we live more than once. I don't know.
YOLO.
So, again, how do you become the best version of yourself? How do you build a badass business? There's a couple principles. And again, just, are you in it to win or not? It's like so many people just are so lost and so confused. And the reason we do this event, honestly, it's a lot of work. I'm so happy I'm up here because I'm gonna have a drink right after this. Our team worked so hard. We have a full team back here, making sure. My husband, I swear. Ladies, you guys get it. You girls get it. So, who do you want to be? really leave today asking yourself, who do you want to be? We do this event to empower you guys, to give you the information, to give you the tools. Albert, literally, like, he doesn't do anything but sell, get the speakers, and write the agenda. And it's important. We have a world-class lineup. I mean, these people are not nobodies. They've done something great. We can learn from these people. Information is the most important thing we have. But are you actually learning and applying? Because most people, they come to events just to get fucked up. And that's okay, but is your life exactly where you want it to be? Or should you be a little more focused? Things happen all the time, but we all end up where we want to be. Where's my cousin, Jessica? Did you make it? Hi! She knows. It's been a wild ride, and sometimes I sit here and I'm like, I don't know if this happens to you guys, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I sit there and I'm just like, moms, at least, we don't get breaks. There are no fucking breaks. Like, what's a fucking break? We could be dying. Our kids still need us. Our husbands still need us. Our team members still need us. So for me, I've had a lot of time to kind of reflect and figure out what I truly want. Because sometimes we just get lost. We get lost on the way, And we get unfocused. Or we take things, people, situations for granted. So for me, I'm like, there has to be a fucking easier way. And I'm not lazy by any means. I will work fucking harder than everybody in this room. And yes, I fucking said that because I will. Everybody knows that. I'll be in my heels all day, running around faster than my guys in their tennis shoes. And I tell them, you're not allowed to be tired. We do everything in heels. Or at least I do. I don't know about you guys. Disney too, fuck it. But, business. What value is your business providing? What problem are you solving, right? I think a lot of people focus more on the money. Money's gonna come if you help people. Driven, imagine impacting 1 billion lives. That's crazy. It's an unrealistic goal, but as you guys all know, I'm always here. My husband has the craziest ideas, visions, whatever, and I'm just back here executing, right? And value creation. When I met Albert, I was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do real estate. He introduced me to a realtor. He literally just said, go do open house. I was like, I didn't even have a license. You're not even supposed to host an open house without a license. But I said, you know what? Either this is gonna work, or I'm gonna have to go back to bartending and waitressing. And I didn't want to do that. So a lot of you, some of you, a couple of you, I don't know, maybe one person in this room, you give yourself so many options and you allow yourself to fail. And the problem with that is if you quit this, you're gonna quit that, then you're gonna quit that, then you're gonna fucking quit that, and you're just gonna be a quitter your whole life. And then you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be 65 fucking years old, 70, 80, you're not gonna be able to work, you can't rely on the government or Social Security, and you did nothing but waste your fucking life away. Waste your relationships, waste your opportunities. You guys heard Grant. I love Grant. What happened today is literally God. What did I tell you on my podcast? Like, I've always believed in God. I haven't been the most religious. When my grandma died, I haven't went back to church. And you know why I don't want to go back? Because then I'll just think about her the whole time. As if I already don't. Jessica knows. The worst day ever. Was losing her. And yeah, we're all gonna die one day, right? But it's like, I could never imagine my life without her. And I know she's here because that's what everybody's like, she's still here. She's not fucking here. No, she's not. Because I can't run to her, and I can't lay with her, and she can't hug me anymore. And it is the worst thing ever. So time. Why do we build businesses? So we can have our time back. So we can be with our kids. And if I can rewind 2 years from now, I would have went straight to that hospital because I thought I had time. I really thought she was gonna be right back, just like past driven event. And she's not. And I can't go back in time. And I don't regret anything in my lifetime but that. Going to a branch that I don't even have anymore with people that didn't even care about us. But I cared so much, and I'm so dedicated to everybody that's with me and him that I went to the meeting. And I sat there like a fucking zombie. And you know what? I should have sent him, or we both should have just went straight to the hospital. Because my only regret is, like, I just want her to know that I was there, if that makes sense. Like, I want her to know that I was there with her, because she's like my mom. And being without her is literally the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna go through harder things, but to the business point, it's like we build businesses so that we can have time and freedom and finances and change lives. So when we're creating value, right? What do our customers need? How are we helping people? You're so sweet, thank you, I'm fine. Trust me, when I think I have no more tears, like I'm not even a crier. Nothing fucking phases me, but not obviously having her. And look, think about, I've never experienced someone dying, or at least not anybody that I cared about. I mean, it's sad, but it's not like I was like, oh my, whatever, like, el tío se murió que sabe cuándo en Zacatecas. Like, I'm like, oh, how sad, you know? But how do we create value? How do we create value, solve problems? Like you guys, it's like our inner circle, it's so amazing. Like these two, and we've had so many talks before. Amanda's actually helped me a lot. She deals with the end of life through senior facilities, you know, and I don't know how you fucking do that every day. Like, I just can't. Like, I love so fucking much and so hard. And sometimes Albert's like, you should have seen that coming. I'm like, well, I fucking didn't. Because I try and I choose to see the best in every single person. I choose to believe that people are good, even though most people are fucking shitty. But you have to give everybody the same opportunities, right? And I just remind myself, because sometimes I feel like I'm so naive and I'm like, there's no way they would do that. Then it happens. And I should know better by now, but I still choose to see the best in absolutely everyone, because we all deserve that. You know, and I don't want to get too much off topic, but marketing. You know, you have your brand standards. Is it the brand? Marketing for the brand? Is it your personal brand? What drives the business? How do we get more leads, more customers? How do we reach more people? Like Grant says, if nobody pays you, nobody knows you, nobody pays you. And we're so scared to get out there, and we're so scared to post. Literally, Frankie, where's he at? He's probably not even listening. He's not. He's having a drink somewhere. I told him, you literally could double your income if you focused. Marketing is such a big part of business, because you don't have to have the best product. You have to have the best marketing. McDonald's is not the best burger. So what are you about? What is your business about? How do you market it? Frankie, I literally told him, post at least once a fucking day, Frankie. And then I told him something else that I'm not going to say on stage because that would be rude. But I'm like, you got to work out. You got to get in the gym. You got to be healthy. Not just to look better, to feel better, but to perform better. People can tell when you're confident. And like, marketing, I mean, if you see a pretty person, you're more than likely to be inclined to that person until they open their mouth and they don't know what they're saying, or they open their mouth and they know exactly what they're saying. So it's an edge, it's an advantage, right? And most people just don't take their health serious until they're dying. right? Marketing, there's videos. I mean, I never imagined. When Albert tells me our ad spend, I'm like, what? We spend fucking what? Sometimes 48 grand in 6 days on ads spent. Isn't that crazy? But it doesn't matter if you spend 48 grand and you double it. What do you have to lose? You're getting exposure. You're exposing your brand. You're getting more customers. But can you service those customers? A lot of people, I'm telling you, they don't convert into sales. And you have to have good closers, good setters, a good product. And most people just, again, they don't focus enough on making sure that they can actually deliver on their promises, right? And it could be a newer business. Right now we have Driven Closers, Driven Academy, teaching people how to do high ticket sales. Some of these kids are making 20 G's. When I look at the checks, I'm like, what the fuck? Imagine the opportunity. Most people give up before they get there. So we run ads, we get leads, they set the appointments, right? And then we convert them into sales, new customers, new people we're helping. Because that's what it's about. Helping people, changing somebody's life. Like when you guys pull me aside, and sorry, I'm just super tired. I haven't slept for like 2 weeks. Just a lot going on, and there's personal things that happen. There's business issues. There's lawsuits. Like, it's crazy. Albert's like, don't stress, don't stress. I'm like, literally, that's how I look at him. I'm like, because he doesn't stress about anything. But the reality is so much shit needs to happen for your business to operate at a high level where nothing's being missed. And like right now, like I said, we just added.
Stress is made up. Like money and like credit.
So part of that is true. You can't stress over the things you can't control. But, Driven, like, I was like, okay, let's let them do their thing. And then I'm like, oh, shit. What do you mean we don't do this? We don't do that. We don't do that. Because I'm a very, detail-oriented person. And I understand processes from A to Z. Like, how do we get there? Just like when he said we're having our own event, I'm like, well, okay, show me what it looks like. That's the time where Grant was actually giving you a CD with the whole run of show. So I said, okay, got it. I'm like, check, 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 check. I just need to see it so that I can replicate it and make it better. Because one thing about me, yes, I'm a perfectionist. Yes, if you don't like me because I tell you the truth, I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I prefer for you to hate me because I'm telling you the truth than for you to love me because I'm lying to your face like everybody does. People are full of shit. So who's really calling you out? Who's really saying, hey, Yadira, get your shit together? Nobody, because people don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you. Always. And if you know me on a personal level, I don't bullshit. I don't fuck around. I'm busy. I just want to do my things. I want to get home. I want to be with my kids. And be happy. Truly, everybody's looking for happiness. And just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you're happy. Yes, it's better. I mean, I have fucking nannies, housekeepers. I don't have to do much but work all day. But again, we've shifted him and I our schedule. I'm like a billionaire said, go home with your kids. You don't want to fuck up your kids. So you go home and you have dinner with them at least 5 times a week. And when you have a billionaire that gives you advice, you listen to them. They're not billionaires by accident. And I always say, good things for good people. When you think you could lie, you could cheat, you could steal, maybe for a year. The truth always comes out. And you will eventually get fucked up in your own bullshit because you think you could lie to the world, which you can, not to yourself. When you look in that mirror, do you like who you see? Are you happy? Are you honest? Do you have integrity? Most people don't. So I encourage you to leave today and be a better person. Be honest with yourself. Whatever it is, people don't like it too bad. But don't sit there and lie, cheat, and steal, and then put on this face like you're fucking perfect. None of us are. I always say I try to be perfect because I do. I always believe things could be better. I think everything could be done in a better way, in a more efficient way. I'm going to change things 500 times in all my businesses. Absolutely, Michelle knows. Because that's what it's about. It's about innovating. It's about being better. It's about creating a better product, a better service. Markets shift all the time. I mean, for the last 2-3 years, it's been brutal in real estate and mortgage. Luckily for us, we have other businesses. But it's brutal nonetheless. And you have to know how to pivot, how to shift, and how not to give up. So many people just fucking give up. And I don't know about you guys, but when you have a big overhead, you are not allowed to fucking give up. And people are sitting there whining, crying, and complaining, but I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna sit there and cry? That doesn't pay the bills. So you gotta toughen up. You gotta work on your business, not in your business. I'm guilty of working in my business a lot, but I told Albert, Michelle knows, we have a lot of work to do after this event, because obviously we worked really hard to put it on for you guys, to really take value from here. And it is a lot of work. It's exhausting. Value delivery. You have to be consistent. See, in real estate and mortgage, it's a little difficult to be consistent. And the reason I say that is because if you have 10 escrows, okay, maybe the first 5 will get great service, but the other 5 are gonna get shitty service. And like I said, you drop the ball in the middle, and most people are too scared to hire, to deliver on their promises and over-deliver, because that's how you get more customers. All my business was from open houses and referrals after the first, second year. And it just grew from there. My clients still call me because I care about them. I call them after. I take their calls. It's very simple, guys. Most people are just too lazy, or they just don't care enough. People don't care. Everybody's distracted on their little phones like this all day. And unless you're making money on your phone, you should be answering your clients. You should be taking their calls. You should be giving them updates. If someone asks you for an update, you're doing a horrible job, Oscar. They should not ask you for an update. You need to set the expectation, update your clients. It's very simple. Like, honestly, think about how complicated humans make life. We make life super complicated. It doesn't have to be that way. So again, figuring out what is the missing in my business. Am I delivering value or not? My clients are loyal to me because I take care of them. If you don't people know when you don't care. They can tell, they can feel it. It's just impossible some days to do everything. Like I tell Albert, I do my best. I mean, I walk faster than everybody in the office. If you're in the office, you know. I get to problems quick. They say that if you want something taken care of, you give it to a busy person. The busiest person in the room is gonna get it done. It's the people that have nothing going on. They don't even pick up their phone. I'm like, hi, Miguel. I'm like, you have one job. Whatever you do, how many of you have a business? How many of you want to start a business? Okay. Most people can't even be good employees. So how in the hell are you going to work for yourself? Because you literally go from a 9 to 5 to a 24/7. But if you love what you do, and I love people, I'm telling you, it gets me in trouble. But I love humans. Like, I just love people. Like, I love to hug them and help them with whatever I can. And if you piss me off, oh, you're going to know. Because I just don't bullshit. There's no time to bullshit. So starting a business is not hard. Look at your coaching for fitness and stuff. It's like, what is it, fitness and faith? Faith and fitness. Yeah, faith, that sounds better. So it's like you can make money doing anything. How many people are not in good shape and want to be in good shape? A lot of people. And it's not that rocket science. Stop eating shit, work out at least 1 hour a day, a protein and a green. stop eating bread and carbs and cookies and shit. I'm like, how do you sit and eat a whole box of fucking Oreos? Like, I do not understand that. That's weird. I can barely eat one Oreo. but give me champagne and I'll have the whole bottle. So again, we all have our things, but you have to identify these things and then you have to work on them and fix them. I'm not saying go cold turkey. Like, for a long time, I don't know what it was, but like I couldn't lose weight. If you know me, you know. Like, I've always been in shape. I've always taken care of myself. My grandma, I used to tell her, yo no voy a tener hijos. Shut up. You do not train me. My grandma, she's like, tú siempre me decías que no ibas a tener hijas, que porque no te ibas a deshacer el cuerpo y que no sé qué. And honestly, my kids are my biggest fucking blessing. They are fucking angels. And I will... I'm not going to have another one, but maybe a surrogate for a boy, maybe, I don't know. My Enzo, but like I just don't want to be pregnant again, you know? And I'm 38, which is crazy because I feel like I'm like 28. But I don't know, it's like life is just crazy. You have to make so many decisions, right? So many things to think about because everything adds to everything. Like if you have businesses, you're married, whatever. But I finally lost weight. I don't even know what changed. I work out 7 days a week. I lost 13 pounds like in, it feels like a month or 2 weeks. Like it was weird. And I feel really good.
Hey, babe. Betcha's here.
Hi, Betcha. Betcha loves me. I love Betcha. And we have to be hard on ourselves. Because a lot of people, you're just complacent. You're like, oh, whatever. You keep giving yourself the easy way out, right? And for me, like I said, working out is not a problem. Working is not a problem at all. Like I love working. I'm happy to do everything today so I don't have to do it tomorrow because tomorrow it'll be a whole new set of fires and problems and good things and bad things and issues to resolve every single day. But again, are we paying attention to these things in our business? All of us are good at something. So how do you monetize, right? Albert always says, without revenue, there's nothing. There's nothing for you to operate. I'm like, yeah, but without me operating, there's nothing either. It's super simple. It's like rocket fuel, the book. You know, you can't have this without this. And it's a team effort. We have an amazing team currently, by the way. Like, they're badass. They're just as good as 10 people, 20 people. They're just as good as 40 or 20 because they're great team members. Finances. You really have to manage your cash flow in your business. A lot of people, they just live life on the edge and they don't know anything. Do you get your controller, your CPA, whoever you have, do you get reports, P&Ls? Are you reviewing? What are we cutting? What are we adding? What does it look like? There's a 95-5 rule in business. You, to the penny, manage the 95%, and then the 5%, you spend it on stupid shit. For the business, of course. But again, most people just don't pay attention. And I always say, you just have to care a little bit, pay a little bit of attention, and everything could be different. Everything can change. You can double, triple, year after year after year. Albert says doubling is good. Yeah, there's exponential growth, which I think we all experienced like in 2020, right before. It's just been wild. And the world is so different. I don't know who said it up here that it's not going to be how it used to be. Our current, where we are now, think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I'm like, humans are being replaced because we're, quite frankly, nightmares, a lot of us. A robot is much easier to deal with because nobody wants to deal with bullshit all the time. So again, what business are you in? Is it going to be here 5 years from now? Is it going to be here 10 years from now? Is it sustainable? Can you grow it? Can you scale? How many people do you need to hire? So many people are scared to hire. I think it's 600,000 businesses in the US have one employee, and that's the founder. That's crazy. Hiring is not fun. It really isn't fun. Firing isn't fun either, but it's necessary. And so many people, us even, will hold on to people for too long that it creates so much damage that you're like, fuck, I'm like, yeah, I should have let the person go. I should have. You end up being the bad guy anyway. But this is why it's so important to understand that you have to be very clear on the roles, the expectations of what this person is going to do. What role are they going to carry in the business? Because sometimes we just, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we hire just because, oh my God, it's an emergency. But you might as well have the team take on a little bit more until we find the right person. Because if not, you're going to be replacing them in like 3 months from now. They're not going to be good enough. They might get through their 30, 60, 90-day probation period, which is normally when people decline. But do you really want to take your time, or do you want to be replacing this person? Again, you have to make all these choices and think about all these things, because reacting in your business is not good. You have to have very clear SOPs, operations, processes, procedures. Like everything has to be to the T. Becoming the best version of yourself. So you have to say goodbye to a lot of things. And we don't want to give up anything, right? We think we can have our cake and eat it too. No. Unfortunately not. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes into business. Owning, growing, scaling a business is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart at all. You have to know how to put out fires. What's a priority? Some people don't even know what a priority is. I'm like, here's a list. Literally, so many people have no idea what a priority is, and it's crazy. I'm like, if it can't wait and someone's gonna die within the hour, you fix it. If they're not gonna die and they're just gonna go to the hospital, you could wait till tomorrow. But it's common sense to me, not to everybody, because common sense is not so common. Hiring to scale. So Albert's first assistant, oh God, that traumatized us. This girl was a drunk. She would go get hammered during lunch. So his personal assistant to be able to scale. Frankie, to talk about Frankie again, I'm like, you need your own person so that you could double your income. He's too scared to pay $3-5 grand to a person, because if you have no loans, no production for the month, you still have to pay those $5 grand. However, you're adding hours to your day. You're doubling whatever you're literally adding 8 hours. Let's say 6 solid hours from one human being.
Hey, so tell them about the hourly work.
You have to divide your income by 80-20 to get your hourly worth.
28.
Whatever. And really, there's a lot of things that are not worth your time. If you have to, like I told Albert, even now, if my car is not clean, I will wash the outside, because I am not going to go around driving in an ugly-ass, dirty-ass car. Ever.
I won't watch it.
He won't. I will. That's the difference between him and I. That's not always a possibility. Just like if you need gas right this second and there's nobody there, you're going to pump your own fucking gas. That's my life. That's my life. So you guys get it, right? It's like sometimes...
Hey, give it up for Syl, come on.
Not sometimes. A lot of times, we have to do the things that we don't want to do or we think we're too good to do. I'll still sweep a floor. The guys see me in the office. Aaron, will I still wash dishes?
I'll pay them, just give me.
Will I still wash dishes in the office? Because you guys are too much.
Yeah, no, not me. But
Not you. But
oh, yeah, you're right.
like, it's like you have to set the example of what's expected, whether you're the owner or the fucking janitor, period.
Hey, so what if I pay them to do that and I pay you to just give me a back rub? Without clothes.
You don't have to pay me to do that. But babe, shut up. You get me all
You gotta value time more than money.
So see, I'm quick. Like I could do more than literally half of this room in an hour in a day. Like I just move fast. I believe in speed, right? So like, yes, it takes me 10, 15 minutes, wash the car really quick. I'll have the girls help me. I've done it once in like years, so don't think I wash my car all the time. But it was dirty. It was a Sunday. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna be driving around in this fucking car and it's all ugly. Like, no, never, ever. You'll never catch me dead like that, ever. So again, sometimes we have to do these things, and a lot of people think they're too good to do certain things. But think about what got you to where you currently are. It's all of our habits, guys. It's all of our habits. And again, having fear because his first assistant was shitty, it took us forever to hire another one, and then we kept hiring. We mastered hiring. I mean, it's been crazy when I look back and I think, because the only time you should look back is to see how far you've come. That's it. And sometimes we forget and we need those like reminders. God finds interesting ways to remind you of things. But it took us a while. Like for our hiring process, see, this is the thing. Most people put ads and they're shitty ads. You need to be very clear on what you're looking for, what the expectation is, what the salary pay is, what the role, like the description of their actual job title is, because then you don't know, they don't know, everyone's confused, and you have a confused employee that's good for nothing, and it's not their fault, it's your fault, it's my fault, it's our fault as business owners, that we were not clear on exactly what we were looking for. How can this person grow in our organization? You know, perfect example, Andrew, he's my marketing manager. When I tell you guys that these events have gotten so much easier over the years, it's because I have a way better team. I have more experience. Like for me, it's not about price, because Sabak, this audiovisual team, we tried somebody else, and it's not that he was bad. I like people that know what they're doing, people that understand how I work, because I'm very quick. So like Sabak knows exactly what I need and what I expect.
Sabak, where are you, Sabak?
He's not. He has his people here. He's not here. He said hi to me earlier and he leaves.
The boss.
But Andrew, you got to meet. When was the?
Hey, Andrew, come up. Andrew, come up. Come on, Andrew. Andrew. Give it up for Andrew. Come on, Andrew.
Where is he? Come on, Andrew. What was the year? There was a year when you said you came in.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck? I was going half crazy. Tell him.
Yeah.
Andrew,
right here.
Andrew, tell him how you bought a
Right
real
here,
estate.
right here.
How we help you get a real estate.
No. Wait, I'm first.
Yeah, but let him say that really quick, babe. Come on. It's 1 minute.
No, he's gonna say what I asked him and then what you told him. Okay.
Do I have sound? Yeah. I got sound.
So
here we go.
Tell him how I was. Remember when you got there and I was like going crazy with two people that were just as good as one person?
Yes.
It was bad.
So my first event for Driven was Driven 6. And I was probably 3 weeks of a new hire right before that event. And we had 2 guys in the marketing team with us. And hey, you know what? But at the end of the day, they were good, but they could... How do I say
They
this?
were not good, stop lying. They were half the potential. It was bad.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep it real. Okay, so...
Good people. Nothing against their character, yes.
Right. So
but be honest.
What I did when I come in, obviously I'm behind the screen, so you don't see me ever, but I set up these slides. I tell the team what song to play, what song to take out.
The run a show.
The presentation, which is called the run a show. So I got in Driven 6, and 3 weeks before the event, not one item of that run of show was done. So that run of show means I gotta set up every graphic that says she's on, and you see the pretty face of him, you see his Instagram, you see the logo, you see the animations. I set up all of that. And so when I came in, I'm like, yo.
What the fuck? What's
and
going on?
they're like, it's Driven. So we stay here till 11 p.m., 12 a.m.
Wasting time.
I said, fuck that. I ain't doing all that. Hell no. So I just started doing it. I was like, yo, I'll just take over this. And this is my 4th event now.
Yeah.
My 4th event, and I set it up for Syl, and she doesn't have to. She's like, is it getting done? I said, it's already done.
Yeah.
It's already taken care of.
Yeah.
So.
And I think you understand me really well, because I feel like we're very similar in the sense where we're very detail oriented. We take responsibility and pride in what we do.
Yeah.
And most people lack that. Because I don't care if you're an employee fucking cleaning bathrooms at Chipotle. It doesn't matter. Be the best employee cleaning bathrooms at, because that's going to carry on through your whole life. Those little habits. So Andrew, he just like, I'm like, dude, he's really good. Like, he gets it. If I tell him Friday at 2 p.m., I'm checking in 10 minutes before, and he'll either say it's going to be done or I need more time. Perfect communication. clear communication, perfect understanding, as opposed to before, it's like, okay, 2 p.m., oh no, I need another week. I'm like, another fucking week to do something that takes 1 motherfucking hour. So I would sit there and time everything so that I know, am I crazy? Because I'm not a videographer. I don't know how long it takes to do a video. I have common sense and I'm efficient. So I sat there, I timed everything, guys. I'm like, no. It takes you this long to get the clip, edit it, put the songs, the subtitles, whatever. Yeah. So then I started having these, no, this is what we're doing for the whole day. And most people won't sit there and do that, right? So with Andrew, it's just been game changer. So he's now the manager of the whole department. He helps me hire, fire. I love my guys and I love talking to them, but I'm like, I just communicate with him. He handles everything and then we move on. So, and that's what a good manager does. A good manager knows exactly what needs to happen, what everybody needs to do, at what time, how exactly, when, deadlines, and then they make sure it gets done. See, that's where people mess up. They trust, but they don't verify. I trust and I verify everything. Andrew knows, but he always has it.
Yeah. I give it to you 24 to 48 hours, no problem. I'll send you a package though.
So Syl and Andrew, just give him 2 quick minutes.
Yeah, about his property we sold.
And Andrew, like you work for us. We helped you get Andrew became a real estate investor, so now he owns real estate. Can you just share it in a couple of minutes?
Yeah, no worries. So when I came in, I got hired, and we were at the real estate, and they do weekly trainings at this time. So I came in, and I'm filming. At this time, I wasn't a manager. I was just doing videography, and I was filming the training, and Albert's like, you can buy a property 3.5% down, you can do this, FHA, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, wait, no, I didn't know this was serious. I thought, hey, you have to come in 20% down. I honestly didn't even know the percentages, to be quite honest. I just thought, there's no way, you need a lot of money, it's probably impossible. Then I hear Albert, his training, and I'm like, I just told my girl, like, yo, I'm W-2, everybody knows. I don't do commission only, I don't make crazy money. I told my girl, hey, yo, my realtor, Jared Nunez is my realtor. Yeah. So I told my girl, I was like, hey, we put our funds together, we'll qualify to get together, and we'll make it happen, and she trusted me, and yet, I told Jared, hey, how do I do it, bro? Like, what do I got to do? And he was like, you got to talk to the loan officer. I talked to the loan officer, and Jared held my hand literally the whole way. And I got a duplex in South LA right next to SoFi, and we appreciate him, baby. I don't know what else, right?
That's how easy it is to buy.
What's up, guys?
Yo, this is the number one agent right here. I don't know. This is the number one fucking agent right here.
You know what? I was telling Albert, last time I met with Albert one-on-one, that, man, like, I take pride in what I do in helping people.
We can tell.
And it's not about selling real estate, because we don't just sell real estate. We don't open doors. We literally plan people's future, and I get calls from people that they literally call me and say, hey, I just want to hear your voice, because I am in my backyard and I love my house. I never thought that I could buy a house, right? I never thought that I could buy a fourplex, a duplex, income property that's going to get me thousands of dollars in the future. So what we do is that we change lives. It's not that we are realtors or lenders. We are bridges from people that want to go from average to, great. So it's just about us being that help for somebody else. It's not about taking pride of making money. It's not about the money. People know that it's not about the money. Andrew knows it's not about the money, because I give my money all the time to people. Yeah. I give agents commission. Here you go, $5,000, $4,000, $2,000. If we need to do it, we will do it to make the deal work, to make you a homeowner. There's so many times I think that we have given up to $10,000 for me to actually make the deal work. At the end of the day, I don't make any money. Syl doesn't make money, Albert doesn't make any money, but we have a happy homeowner that is going to build equity. And you know what? That homeowner is going to tell somebody else what I did, what they did, and then go on and so forth, and then we're going to make that deal work, and then we're going to get more referrals out of that.
Well, we have one. Is Patty here? Not
Patty?
Not Patty. Well, Patty's my
Patty was the loan
amazing
officer.
lender.
Yeah. But there was another Patty.
We have a client, her and I. One whole year, we prepped her, we set her up, we got her ready. We gave her the keys when? Last Thursday?
We gave her the keys on Thursday, and she was so happy.
After a year.
Yeah, they posted us in social media. They're like, "This is the best team in the world," because at the end of the day, guess what, guys? We beat 40 offers on the table.
Isn't that
because
crazy?
Negotiation skills, the way you present an offer, the way you work a team. Patty closed the deal in 19 days. Guys, we make everything. We're like, we never seen this before. And then even the sister was like, where have you been?
Right. Most
all our
realtors
lives, because
suck.
I bought houses and I was like, my realtor was never like that.
It's true.
Yeah. And then communication is like this. Like I'm always on my phone. Always on my phone. And I want to make sure that communication is 100% with my team, and they know that they feel empowered, that they feel comfortable. And I never pressure anybody to buy anything. And I always tell my people whenever they submit an offer, hey, an offer is not binding to anything. If you don't love it, if you don't feel comfortable, you could always back out, because I want to make sure that you are comfortable every single step of the way. You're empowered. But this is what we do. This is what we do. We help people.
Service for a lifetime.
This is exactly service for a lifetime. This is actually our slogan, service for a lifetime.
Yeah.
We help people accomplish their dreams, guys. We are bridges along the way.
Right.
We don't just open doors. We are life-changing people's lives. We are changing everybody's lives in LA.
And
so
if you
spread
think,
the word.
And if you think you don't qualify, you probably do.
No, you qualify.
For sure.
It's just a matter of planning it correctly.
Yes, sir.
And then Jonathan's right here. Jonathan, I was
sir.
in the bar with Jonathan, and Jonathan's like, I can't buy a house. And I was like, bro, tell me your situation. Come on, tell me your situation.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? What do you
Literally.
do? I literally structure his whole entire loan in that moment.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's a homeowner now.
For 17,000, bro.
For $17,000. Yeah. So guys,
Awesome.
it's all
Reach
about
out.
it's all about who you talk to, your experience. That's the reason why I tell every single realtor out there in the industry, know your shit. You
Take
are
the time.
in the real estate business. You should know everything about real estate, about loans, about the market, about everything. It's not about connecting your client to the lender. It's about you connecting with your client.
Right.
And then you connect it to the lender.
Right.
If they qualify, you first have to analyze the situation. And then after that, you connect them to the lender, so that way the lender doesn't waste their time. Because the lender is going to get everything through once you find them your home.
Right.
Okay?
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
You can take them. So, when you're hiring, so these people are going to represent you, and they're going to be part of your team. So you have to make good hires, because when you have 8 players, you can't hire people that are below average, because that's like a punishment to the people that are working super, super hard, and it's not fair. And you find someone like Andrew, and you promote them. You let them know, obviously, they have to have certain skills. But there's so many classes, courses people can take, as long as they have the willingness, and you can train and coach these people to help you. And the goal is not for it to be perfect. The goal is for them to want to be better, right? Number 1. Number 2, that they could take on the responsibility, and that they have the skills, and that they're a good, hardworking person that takes pride in what they do. Because most people just don't take pride in what they do at all. Like, they literally just half-ass everything in their life. And that's why they have the results that they have. Like, Jared's an amazing realtor. He literally is me. Like, if you have a qualified buyer, why in the hell is it taking you 3 months to get them in escrow? Like, unless they're looking for something absolutely unrealistic, there is no reason why that person should not be in escrow within the month. Period. But most people just have no urgency. They don't pick up their phones. They don't answer any emails, no calls, no texts, no nothing. So again, don't be scared to hire. Just make sure you're clear on what you're looking for, and just go for it. The more money you're making, the more help you can hire, the faster you can scale. This is a great book. If you have a business, or if you don't want to have a business and you want to start a business, this is such a good book. Audio is so easy. Like, sometimes I don't want to hear music. I'm not in the mood at the gym, and I'll just throw on audio. But it's something going into our minds, because we take in everything, whether you realize it or not. We take in absolutely everything, and we're so bombarded by so much all at once that people get lost. So you have to be very clear on who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, who you are as a person, because people get lost, I'm telling you. And I always say this, money doesn't change people. I feel like you're always whoever you are. It's just going to enhance it. So if you're happy, you're going to be happy with money and without money. And if you're miserable, you're going to be miserable with money anyway. So who are you truly? Most people don't know who they truly are and what they're about and what they stand for. You have to have core values that you live, and not some that you pretend to live by. Like, what are your core values? Most people have no idea. Integrity is so important, and most people don't even have that. But this book is really good. If you have Audible, just throw it in there. Listen to it here and there. Feed your mind with great things that are going to make you better over time. It's not going to change overnight. Things take time to change, but we have to be very intentional about what we're changing, what we're working on. And just focus. Like, people are very unfocused. Setting expectations. What is the expectation of someone working with you? What does your business provide? It should be the same experience. Customer experience is the only thing that matters. That's why we go to look at reviews, does this really work? And if you don't have systems in your business, how could you be consistent? Think about it. What is the process? What are the checklists? Doesn't have to be perfect. Everything should evolve over time, because I believe things could always be better. They could always be done better. But people don't care to be better. So you should want to be better every single day. Whatever that looks like. None of us are perfect. I always say that. Strong foundations are super important in any business, in any relationship. It's like we're not going to be business partners if we don't trust each other, right, Boris? Communication is super important. Most people don't know how to communicate. They're too scared to communicate. They'd rather just hide and not have the conversations. It's important. It's going to really determine the life that you have and are going to have. And everybody wants to quit at one point. I want to quit almost every day. I'm like, fuck. Shit's hard as fuck. But we're not allowed to quit. You can quit momentarily in your mind and your brain, but it's like stopping is going to get you what? Is that even an option for you? People quit almost everything. See, I'm not a quitter. My kids are not quitters. My husband's not a quitter. People around me are not quitters. You have to watch out who you're surrounded with. See, most people are super easily influenced. I know what I'm about. I know what I stand for, and nothing is going to change that. No money in the world. Like I told Casey when he came on board, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. I care about my reputation. I care about the person that I know I am and I say I am, because it's the same. It's consistent. Here, there, anywhere. Behind closed doors, you should be the same person. Not different here, different there. What kind of a life is that? Fraudulent life? A fake life? And it trickles into everything. I'm telling you, if you cheat on your clients, you're going to cheat, lie, and steal with everything that you do in your life. And that's where you'll end up, with the rest of the fucking cheaters. So you have to ask yourself, is that what I want? What do I want? Most people don't know what they want. You feel like you have no results, bad results, good results. It doesn't matter. You keep working at whatever your goals are. You keep going forward, because that's the only option, is forward. But if we don't know what the goal is, how do we get there? How do we get there? Why do we work so damn hard? For those little creatures, look how cute they are. We all have kids. We all have someone that is the reason why we get up every single day. Who is that person? Are we clear about it? Do we want to make those people proud? Do we want to make ourselves proud? See, I want to make myself proud, and then everybody else will be proud, because if you're proud of yourself and you're proud about what you do and what you're about, people can see that. And this is why I always say authenticity. Most people are fake as fuck. Literally. And it is so sad. When there's nothing left to take, they're gone. And I'm like, shit, like I literally gave you everything. And it's really hard to find great people in this world. So how do you find great people? How do you find a great spouse? How do you find good business partners? How do you find great employees? It starts with you. Everything starts with us. And then it goes from there. So again, I encourage you to get really clear because time doesn't stop for anyone. It's just gone. You guys understand that it's like the end of March? Like what? It's literally almost Easter. Like how did that happen? And it only goes faster from here. And then we get to an older age where we're forced to slow down. What is that, Albert?
That's the inner circle.
I'm not done yet.
What's next?
2 minutes. I have 2 minutes.
Get him, Syl, get him.
So, again, who do you guys want to be? What does your perfect life look like? It's never going to be perfect, but we could continue to work towards our goals, become better versions of ourselves, because what got us here is not going to get us here. It's not going to get us here. You have to literally recreate yourself over and over and over and over again. And if you don't like something, you change it. First, you try to fix it. If you can't fix it, you get the fuck out. And you go find that happy life. Happiness is possible, but most of the time we get in our own way. Humans are complicated. So you have to be very mindful and understand that it's up to you. And if something doesn't align anymore, you move on. Jim Rohn, what does he say? You're not a tree, move. You could literally tomorrow start a completely different path in business, take a chance, move to a different state. I don't know. You guys get the point. And if you don't try, you'll never know. And for me, I'm like, I just want to be happy. That's it. Happiness is super important to me. Like I always say, I was happy in my first little shitty car. My second, I'm obviously happier in a Rolls Royce. Like who wants to drive a fucking Tesla? Sorry if you have a Tesla, I hate Teslas. But Rolls Royces, dude, it feels so good. You're like in a cloud. Pamela knows. And it's possible. Whatever you want. You just can't be scared to dream big. You can't be scared to work hard. People don't want to work hard anymore. Nobody wants to do anything. Like, what the fuck? You just want to scroll, look at other people's perfect life on social media? It is not perfect. None of our lives are perfect. We can work on making it good enough. It's never going to be perfect. So again, for your family, for yourselves, for your business, for your customers, for whoever, you have to focus on being great or becoming great. If you're not great right now, we're all great. We all have something we're great at. Sometimes we just don't see it ourselves. So again, who do you want to be? Now, for those of you that are part of my coaching program, dude, it's amazing. Women, we're fucking amazing, period. We can do anything. Anything. It's just most of us are too scared to go for it. If shut up, Casey, he's so stupid. Anyway, ignore him. But, send me a DM. You guys probably all follow me. If you don't follow me. Whatever I can do to help you guys. We're here. Driven literally is going to change a billion lives. Whether it's through these events or any other thing that we do, because it's a lot of shit that we do. And literally, it just goes by so fast. So whatever we, Albert, myself, our team, can do for you, let us know. Send me a DM. You want to be part of my coaching? Kimberly's part of it. It's amazing. It's literally information. If you can buy information to get rid of time on the way, it's a win. Money is a tool. Most people are too scared to spend it. But it doesn't do anything in the bank. Buy real estate. Buy the house. I disagree with Grant. Owning real estate is one of the best things anybody can ever do. Period. And you know why I say that? Because you're paying rent. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. And as long as it's not something crazy that you can rent out, get a better house or whatever, flip it later, cash out, you have to learn how to play with money. It's like in 30 years, at least if you don't do anything else, you have that house, you can sell it and you don't have to worry until you die and get old or whatever. Most people don't have anything. People are coming out of retirement to work because they cannot live off of Social Security. So if you are young, get your shit together. If you're old, get your shit together. It's never too late to be what you could have been. But you don't ever want to be in a position where you cannot take care of yourself. You cannot take care of your family. And the government does not give a fuck. They do not care. What they give people is a joke. $300 a month, what is that gonna pay for? Starbucks? So take control of your life, of your finances. Figure out what you want. If you're head of household, how much money are you making a year? What are you spending? Manage your money. Most people live way above their means, and that's why they're always broke. The goal is to retain your money, collect it, invest it. Retain, collect, invest. Most people, it's like water. It just goes. Doesn't matter how much you make. It's how much are you netting. Gross doesn't mean anything. What's your net? And you have to save to be able to invest. Not everybody could just pull 50 grand from thin air. 5 at a time, 1,000, 10,000, 5,000, $200. It doesn't matter. And then you go buy something tangible. Real estate is everything. If you guys want more info on my coaching, that is my QR code that's cut off. But it's super easy to find us. You guys know where to find me. Albert. We have Inner Circle. How many of you guys are part of Inner Circle? Yeah. It's a mastermind group that changes everything. It's information that gets you there faster. Of course, if you apply. Because a lot of people, they come to these events and nothing changes. And it's good to come here because you're getting a reset, you're getting a reminder of what's possible.
Syl, let one of your inner circle people come up.
Inner circle people. Who?
Boris, look. Boris.
Amanda. We're doing girls now.
Amanda, Boris, look.
Who runs the world? Woo! I need a mic, guys. One mic. Just 2 minutes. I'm basically done, guys. It's simple. Figure out. You're welcome. And then you. What did I tell you? Hey! You find new friends everywhere. Like-minded friends. You get rid of the ones that aren't doing shit because they just hold on to you, and you find good friends.
Show your legs.
Albert's too much.
I think he drank too much champagne. I don't know what happened. Okay, go. How was your life before you found us? How is your life now? I know it's a lot of pressure because you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
So before we did the 5K mastermind, this was back in May of last year, Boris and I, you all know we own residential senior care facilities. We were stuck in our business. We didn't know how to grow and scale and where to take it from there, to the point that we were so stuck we thought, maybe it's time to exit. Maybe it's time to sell it and start something new. We already started one successful business. We could do this again with another. And of course, I'm the wife. I hold on to my money. And Boris is like, let's do this. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Let me think about it. I was scared.
Most people are.
Yes, absolutely. We did the 5K together, and it changed the trajectory of our business that we now get to create a huge impact in the lives of others. We are changing lives, just like you said. Mm-hmm. Because you changed our life, we now get to change the lives of others.
Yeah.
We joined the Inner Circle, and again, I was like, oh, let me think about it. It's so much money.
Yeah.
We have made that back tenfold since then in just our mentorship program.
Absolutely. You got to take a chance. Last year we were looking, we had a gold mine. we were sitting on a gold mine, and this is Albert's words, because we were sitting on a gold mine. We didn't even realize what we had, and we were about to sell it. We tried Section 8. We were doing all this other nonsense, right? And as Neil Patel said yesterday, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
And so when we did the 5K mastermind, I remember Albert looked at me, and he's like, you're stupid to sell your business. And you know what? You should be coaching. And I looked at him, and I was like, me? I never thought I was a coach. And he's like, yes, you. Now, he said, you can't charge as much as I do, but you can do it.
Right.
In 5 months, we made $100,000 in our coaching program.
Without trying. That's without trying.
We did
That's
not
without
try.
even trying.
Fact.
So then we started working more and more with Albert and Syl. And now we have this partnership with them where our students are acquiring properties
Yeah.
through the mortgage guys. We have 4 of our students, 2 closed on their properties this month and 2 will close next month. And that's because of this. I still had to pay to be here, so it's not like they're paying me to say any of this. But this, the mastermind in the inner circle is worth every penny. We got our money back right away. And it's not because it magically happened. It's because we put in the work. What Syl and Albert teach you, you can write it down. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you go home and you don't implement it, nothing is going to happen. You need to do the work. You need to put in the work. What did you just buy last weekend or last month? What did you get?
My car?
What kind of car did you get?
I got a G-Wagon.
And this is thanks to our mentors
Yeah.
and believing in us. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Syl.
Thank you, guys.
Can I say one more thing? Because I love you so much.
I know you do. I love you back.
And for the women in here, so Syl hosts a women's call every Tuesday.
At noon.
At noon. You guys talk about this a lot, the visionary, the operator. Every single couple that I've met, it's usually the husband who's the visionary. He's got all of these grand plans, but it's the wives who actually execute on them and make them happen. That's what this call is for, is to align as a couple and really make sure that those visions become a reality. So if you're interested in her coaching call, it's a really good one. You should join.